Do you have a power station that works great for you? You just wish it lasted for longer? Do you keep running out of power while you're camping? Are you thinking about buying another power station or an expansion battery? If you can answer yes to any of these questions, then this video is for you. In this video, I'm going to show you a simple and cheap solution that will charge any power station, even those with proprietary plugs. So stay tuned. Hi, I'm Ellen. Thanks for joining me. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how you can take a 12-volt battery and recharge any power station, even those with proprietary plugs. Some of the methods I'm going to be showing you will only work with this particular battery style. So let me show you why. Dr. Prepare reached out to me and asked if I would make a video in exchange for this battery. I agreed because this is a really special battery. What makes it so special is this hub right here. It fits into the cutout of the battery. Now this is the hub. It plugs in here with Anderson connectors. It also has Anderson connectors in here for solar in. Here is USB A and C out, USB-C in and out for both charging and using. And this is Anderson out. With that, you can use the included cigarette lighter adapter. Simply plugs in like that, and now you have a cigarette lighter outlet as well as all the USB directly on the battery. So not only can you use this battery for charging your power stations, but you can use it as a fully functioning power station all on its own. So you can buy a small power inverter from Amazon or Walmart, and that will give you 110 access. This plugs into the cigarette lighter, just like that. And now you have 110 outlet on this battery for a fully functioning power station. But let me show you how it can also recharge batteries. This battery adds an extra 1,200 watt hours to your power station. That means doubling the usable time of the power station this size and quadrupling the usable time of a power station this size. For 200 bucks, I think that's a great deal. Let me show you how to use it. First, you plug in the hub. Like that. There is a monitor on top, which will show how much battery there is. Right now, I have 3 out of 4 bars. There's a separate button here to turn on the hub. The blue light indicates that there's power. And I'm going to plug in this Anderson connector, which gives me cigarette lighter outlet. Pretty much every power station will come with an adapter for a cigarette lighter in order to charge it. That's what makes this battery so special, is because even if a power station has proprietary plugs for charging, they still have the cigarette lighter adapter on the end of it. So you can plug that in and charge any power station. Let's see what state my power station is in. I'm at 62% right now. Let's plug this in. It weighs 27 pounds. It comes with straps. So you can take this in and out of your vehicle and charge it with a regular 12-volt battery charger. Bring it into your vehicle and charge your power stations without having to remove them. That's particularly useful if you have one of those big 50-pound power stations. Right now I'm charging at 102 watts. This is the same as using the cigarette lighter in your vehicle. Here's another method to use the MaxHub to recharge a power station. I'm going to plug in the included cigarette lighter adapter. Turn on the hub. Now I'm going to take this power inverter and plug it into the cigarette lighter adapter. Now I have 110 outlet on this battery. I'm plugging in a regular household plug to charge this power station. It came on automatically. I'm at 99%, so it's probably not going to charge very much. Let's go over the last method that I'm going to show you for charging a power station from a 12-volt battery. And this will work with any 12-volt battery, not just this special MaxHub version. In order to do that, you need a cable that is going to have an appropriate end for your power station. My power station uses an XT60 plug, some use Anderson, or some use a DC. And you need O-ring terminals. You also need to make sure that the wire is the appropriate gauge for what you want to do. If you have any questions about which cable you need, please write a note in the comments and tell me which power station you have, which model, and I will look it up for you and let you know. So let's hook this up. I'm going to unscrew the terminal. Oops. Get that washer. Now let's put the red on red. Screw that on. Turn that off. Not going to be using that anymore. Black on black. And finger tight is just fine. Don't need to crank it down. And this end goes into my power station. And it turned on automatically. So I'm now charging at 106 watts. With this power station, I'm currently at 64%, and it's estimating 3 hours until it's full. So it's not the fastest charging method, but let's say you have this in your van, you have the fridge plugged in, you have your phone plugged in, whatever. You don't want to take it out of your van in order to charge it. There's no sun, so you can't use your solar panels. You're not near any electricity, but you have a 12-volt battery. With an appropriate cable, you can recharge your power station. Thank you for joining me. I will be making more videos about charging power stations from regular 12-volt batteries, including how to connect them together to charge this 3, even 4 times faster than it is right now. If you've enjoyed this video, if you found it useful, please like and subscribe. I'm also going to be one of the guest speakers at the Wisdom on Wheels virtual meetup. I'll put the information about that in the description. There will be other van life women speaking about their experiences in finding safe places to sleep, in van life, in how to choose a vehicle, how to go full-time, how to finance your adventures. So please join us. It's going to be a great meetup. Thank you. Please check out my other videos.